All right, DC Universe Classics fans, welcome back to another director's commentary inside look at the making of what I like to think of as the definitive 6-inch DC Universe toy line. I mean, I'm a little biased because I worked on it, but come on, it's pretty awesome. Before we get to the next wave, we've basically been going wave by wave with each video. The next wave is wave 5, because, wave 5 comes after wave 4. It's a whole numbers thing. Before that, we're going to talk about how we kind of mined through our previous figures and our previous waves, because it was time to come up with some customized product. You're like, wait, what's customized? Well, what are you talking about, customized? And I'm not talking about, custom t-shirts and custom hats. Customized is a industry term which a lot of fans, a lot of customers, a lot of collectors refer to as exclusives, meaning a product that's only available at one store or another. And this is done industry-wide, in order to both give stores something to differentiate them and bring customers in because they want the foot traffic, but it's also often done because to get a store to take the main line, things like the single card releases, we need to give them an extra carrot because that's kind of trade. That's how trade works. You'll take the main line, we'll give you some 2-packs, we'll give you an exclusive item, and everyone's happy. So, in particular, we are going to talk about some customized or exclusive items that we produced in 2008 for Toys R Us. Oh, I miss Toys R Us. I really, really, really do. I'm sure you guys do as well. They were huge for the toy industry, not just for collectors, but they were important. So they had a lot of shelf space, and what we talked to them about doing was a series of 2-packs for DCU Classics. And the idea was these packs were going to be kind of a combination of new figures, old figures. It was basically what's old is new again, or what's new is old again. And we had to do it on a very tight budget, because it's tough to get budgets for product, especially when it comes to tooling new parts. So luckily, though, we had a very, very vast library of characters to pick from, and we could carefully choose characters that we knew fans were going to want. It was kind of like harvesting through our old lines, because while DCU Classics was new, we had been doing DC superheroes for a couple years. Or we meaning Mattel. I actually wasn't at Mattel during this time. I came kind of during the transition from DC superheroes to DC Universe Classics. But DC superheroes, which was a line of just Superman and Batman characters, we hadn't yet gotten the master license for all of the DC Universe. But the nice thing is, we had a tooling bank, a character bank, of a whole bunch of characters from the Batman and Superman world, and a lot of them had very limited distribution. Additionally, we had the first 3 or 4 waves of DCU Classics that we could kind of pick through. And that was going to help us create these 2-packs. So the first pack that we had was going to be a combination of Mongol, who was part of the DC Superheroes line and was a little hard to find. He was also bigger. And Cyborg Superman. They were teaming up in the Green Lantern comic at that time, so it was kind of a nice figure-to-shelf combination where we could take something happening in the comics and recreate it in a 2-pack that was just going to use, characters we already had tooled. So yeah, it was cool. It was pretty easy to pair these guys up, not only, logistically, again, because we had the tooling and designs done, but they were relevant in the comics, and Mongol was an awesome figure that really deserved to get a re-release, so that kind of checked off a lot of boxes. Pretty cool. Alright, so next up, continuing with kind of our Green Lantern theme, since we did 2 bad guy Green Lanterns. Well, I know Cyborg Superman is kind of a Superman bad guy, but he was fighting Green Lantern at the time in the comics. And, hey, who doesn't have more than one enemy, right? So we had done Hal Jordan in the main line, and one of the nice things about Hal Jordan is he actually had quite a lot of costume changes over the years, and there's a lot of other characters that are, similar. And one of those would be Abin Sur, who was his predecessor, the one who passed the ring to Hal Jordan. And he would be easy to do logistically because he would just be a new head on the existing Green Lantern body. So we paired them up, and the packaging actually really reflected, I think, how dedicated the team was. You know, the idea of doing both of them charging the power battery, that was really the difference between the DCU Classics team and kind of, I think, a lot of other people in the toy industry, that we were also fans. We were big, big fans of the property. So we wanted to do this right, and little things like that, like the way we did the pack out, I think really showed that, because we were in love with this product. Now, we did a lot of Green Lantern packs over the years, which meant we had to find kind of a lot of ways to refresh Hal. A big part of that was because his movie came along, which we all hoped would be huge, and that was why there was a lot of Green Lantern product. For this pack in particular, what we did is we did both Hal and Abin Sur in his original outfit from his first appearance, which had sort of more black around the sides and the shoulders, and that differentiated it from the single card release, which was more of his modern outfit that he was currently wearing. So it was, if you were basically getting this Hal and Abin Sur pack, you didn't feel like we were forcing you to buy the same Green Lantern again that you just bought like a month ago. So that was kind of cool. All right, next up, we had another pack we mined from our tooling bank, which was Azrael, the Jean-Paul version from, Batman, the story, Nightfall, et cetera, from the 90s, because, 90s were starting to get really big again, shall we say. And we were going to pair him with Batgirl. And, like I just said about how we wanted to make, Green Lantern different from the figure you just bought 3 months ago in the Wave, much like that first pack with Mongol and Cyborg Superman, these were two figures that were really hard to find. It was frustrating for a lot of fans because they couldn't get them. So there might not have been as many differences with these figures the way we did with Abin Sur and Hal's paint deco, Abin getting a new head and Hal being in a different deco. This was much more of a, let's get out some figures that fans really, really want. So, again, a lot of thought went behind this. Next up was our New Gods pack, which was a combination of Light Ray, which was a completely original character, but one we could do with minimal new parts. And then we paired him with Orion. And much like we just did with the Hal Jordan Abin Sur pack, we wanted to make Orion a little bit different from the single card release, and the way we did that was by giving him a new head and a removable helmet, because he actually took his helmet off quite a lot in the Jack Kirby comics, well, and even beyond Jack Kirby, just the New Gods comics, the Fourth World comics. And this was going to be a cool way to refresh him, again, making him just a little bit different, so you didn't feel like you were just getting the same figure again. And I remember in particular with this one, the Four Horsemen, they had not them in particular, but they talked about how it was difficult to do helmetless figures because they tended to squish the heads. Logistically, it was hard to do removable helmets. But I think we kind of pulled this one off. He did have a little bit of a squished head, but yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Technology's come a long way since then. And that's kind of how we did it. The first 4 packs were supposed to be, the same, yet different, to make you feel like at least you were getting something new, while at the same time fulfilling the goal of getting Toys R Us some exclusive product to draw customers into their store and help carry the main line, and that was basically it. So if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so, because we've got a lot of great toy industry videos coming, more DC, and share. The biggest thing I can ask, guys, is if you love the toys and you like these videos, share it online. Just post it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter feeds. Let people know that this channel is out there. That's my personal ask to you, and I thank you.